Kev, a 3-1 loss here today to Lordswood. What's your reaction?
Frustrating. Obviously, losing is becoming a habit now. We've brought in some fresh faces to freshen things up and add some quality, which is on me. It's my decision to do that. I thought the first half we were really, really good. I thought we had a lot of the ball. It was in their final third, large parts of that first half. Frankly, I don't know how we haven't scored, and it probably summarises our attacking play this season in general, that whilst we were much, much better today going forward, ultimately it means nothing if you don't put the ball in the goal.
Yeah, the first half, end to end, both teams were really going for it. Both keepers making lots of saves, and like you said, it was one of those things where it just needed someone to put it in the net, and unfortunately it was the Lordswoods one that took the wind out of your sails. In the second half there was a lot of fight back as well. What did you think of the second half, and also as well the precarious position that you're now in?
Yeah, look, I can't criticise the boys' attitude in the first half. I think that there seemed to be a lot more vocal in that first half. There seemed to be a lot more belief. When we did concede the goal, there was a better reaction to it. Previous games we have sulked when we've gone behind, whereas today I think the boys were positive and like, right, we've gone behind, however we are playing well, and if we keep doing what we're doing, it's all about getting the next goal. And then unfortunately that doesn't happen. I think in the second half the game has become a lot more open and stretched, and yeah, that second goal is obviously critical, and as soon as Lords would get it, you are then becoming quite reactive with substitutions and changes that you think are either going to get you back into the game or ultimately cost you the game. And I think I've probably put my hands up that changes that I've made today have not had the influence on the game that I would have liked, although the individuals involved have all generally done pretty well. But yeah, very, very frustrating, as I say, to have played so well in general and still conceded 3 and got nothing from the game, and that needs to change.
Games come thick and fast in this league as well. It's a smaller league than normal, and the midweeks are not adding up as much. But now with you looking at your position, like you said, losing's becoming a habit, but you're only 2 points off safety.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's a small positive, but I haven't checked the other results yet. But for me, there are 4, possibly 5 sides if you include Kennington, given that we've got to play them twice. And those 2 games will obviously be critical to both of our seasons. But ultimately, this 5 sides really fighting for their lives, and we've got to make sure that we're not the bottom of those 5 sides. At the moment we are, but if we play like today and we could just convert the good passages of play into goals, I still maintain we'd be fine. 14 games, plenty of football to be played. I'm sure there'll be some surprises along the way, but yeah, very much in our hands, and one win, one lucky goal, however it comes, we'll take it. Could be the catalyst to then go on a better run and put us, secure our future in this league for next season, which is ultimately all we're bothered about at the moment.
Return for Sam Bailey today, and he gets his goal as well. How good does it feel to have what is a club legend, but now he's here for like the 3rd time?
Who
but
told you to say that?
He is a club legend, I know that. But how good is it to have someone like Sam, who's obviously got to rebuild himself after his horrible injury? But how good is it to have him back amongst the goals today?
We brought him back for a reason. I had a pleasant phone call I wasn't expecting from Chippy on Wednesday morning after we'd played them, and he'd had a conversation with him sort of saying, look, you will get minutes here, but maybe not as many as you want, and I know that you get on well with Kevin and Welling are obviously in a spot of bother, and I'd like to thank Punjab for basically making that offer, and Sam for agreeing to come back, because I know sometimes people are reluctant to go back to a club a second time, but no, I mean he's done a lot to help this club over the years. He's done a lot for me personally, and I think having him back will provide us with a greater goal threat and energy and passion, because he cares about the club. He played football here for 5 or 6 years, so yeah, other boys that have joined us, it's not to discredit any of them, but we have brought in some lads that have played at a good level. Tyron has been at Beckenham for at least 3-4 seasons, probably played 100 games at Beckenham in the league above. Very successful step 5 football, and then obviously step 4 last year and this year, so he's a welcome addition. Davey, who came on for his debut, it's his first ever game of men's football today, and I think he was crucial in the goal that we did score. And yeah, looking forward to working with these boys. I think there's naturally a little bit of disjointedness when you bring so many faces in, but the quality is definitely improved. And now it's about training ground work before next Saturday.
Second to last question. Off the field, obviously a lot of things are going on off the field here for you guys, and we don't really want to talk about that, but there's other things going on. You've got a podcast coming out. It was a weekly roundup, and you're getting loads of people going on. Also, can you give anything else that's going on at the club? Because obviously it's just a good chance to plug yourself here.
Look, on the pitch this season, ultimately we haven't been good enough, and I've said that many, many times to anybody that's put a microphone or camera in front of me. That will change, but off the field we continue to make great strides, and that won't stop. If we can just get the on the field right over the next 14 games, then Wellington is an exciting place to be in the future. Yeah.
Lastly, next opponent coming up, who is it, and what are you looking for from the reaction from your players?
Corinthian at home next Saturday. The reaction needs to be a positive one. The reaction needs to be exactly the same as it was throughout the first half today. A positivity that win, lose or draw, we should have standards, we should have confidence, and we should prove to everybody in and around this league that we are not as good as we think, but we're not as bad as the league table suggests. And down to the boys and everybody around the club to have that belief, because when you are in a shit situation, if you're going to roll over and give up, you're going to be in serious trouble. We need characters around the club. I'm confident we've got that. Characters around the club that will say, look, we are where we are and it is shit, but we're going to fight for our lives to get out of it, and we will do that.
Cheers, Kev. Thank you very much.
Nice one. Thanks, mate.